Welcome to Algebra Practice. Is all about variation today. A long time ago, you learned direct variation. Has this form y equals kx. We call this k constant of variation. Therefore, when we say form like this, y equals 2x, y equals negative 2x, y equals 1/2 times x, y is negative 1/2 times x. Without hesitation, we say, oh, this is direct variation. And this, too, is constant variation. 1/2, constant of variation. Negative 2, constant of variation. And so is negative 1/2. That is a quick review of what is direct variation. It is called inverse variation. Inverse variation, we say if y equals k over x. And we have a condition. Condition says that k cannot be 0. Okay? We don't want this k be 0 because 0 divided by this quantity, we're talking about 0. And then this form is called inverse variation. What do we call this k? We call this k constant of variation. In some book, you might also say that write down y equals a over x. They use a instead of using k. We know a is a constant of variation and a cannot be 0. Okay, that is the idea what is called inverse variation, and we also reviewed direct variation. Let's find out. We have 3 questions. 1, 2, 3. Which one is direct variation? Which one is inverse variation? Which one is neither? Question 1. Question 1, we're going to divide each side by x, okay? Given x is not 0, so we're going to divide. After we divide it, what do we have? We have y equals 8 over x. Remember earlier we talked about some books say y equals k over x. Some book says y equals a over x. Either a or k. You can use one of these 2 forms. It tells us it is a inverse variation. This is a constant of variation. This is a constant of variation. Now when you look at this, does this one, y equals 8 over x, has this form? That's right. It has this form. Therefore, we say question 1 is a inverse variation. What is the constant variation? That is 8. Very good. Let us look at this question. Second one says y over 4, y divided by 4 equals x. We're going to multiply each side by 4 so we can have just y. So times 4 times 4. And cancel it. Become 1 because 4 divided by 4, that's 1. You have 1y, and that's y. I just want 1y equals 4x. Oh, is that the form we just talked about long time ago? You learned y equals kx. That is direct variation. Constant of direct variation is, in this case, that is 4. So this is a direct variation. Let us look at our next problem. Our last problem says y equals 2x plus 4. I'm sure you confidently say, oh yeah, I know this one is actually y equals mx plus b form. So it cannot be, can it be written in the form y equals kx? No. Can it be written in the form of y equals k over x? No. So it is not direct variation. It is not inverse variation. Then we can simply say it does not represent either direct variation or inverse variation. Okay, more practice make us stronger. We have this one says 2x equals 8 over y. Is it direct variation, inverse variation, or neither? Okay, we want eventually have a form either this one or this one. So we really need y stand on the left-hand side all by itself. Therefore, I'm going to times y, given y is not 0. Okay, after I did this step, we have 2xy equals 8. Remember, you want to isolate this y. Therefore, you're going to divide by 2x, divide by 2x. This becomes 1. And we finally get 1y, and simplify 8 divided by 2, that is 4. Therefore, you have 4 over x. Now check this 2 form. Is the y equals kx, which is direct variation form, or the blue star y equals k over x? Of course, that is a blue star form. It tells us it's an inverse variation. So this one is inverse variation. That's the first question. Inverse variation it is. Our next question says x equals -7. Is it a direct variation, inverse variation, or neither? Ask yourself this question. Can this be written as y equals kx? No. Can this be written as y equals k over x? No. Therefore, the answer is neither of that. All right, let us continue. Our last question here is 3x minus 3y equals 0. And you can subtract 3x each side and subtract, and let's see what we have. And we have -3x. And let us divide by 3, -3, divide by -3, divide by -3 each side. And let's see what we have. We have y equals 1 times x. You don't see 1 here, but you do know the coefficient of this x is 1. Therefore, the constant of this variation is 1. Therefore, indeed, it is y equals kx form. Therefore, this guy is a direct variation. All right, happy learning.